Morning everyone. So as you can see, I'm not at home. Um, I'm currently in London. I've got to be in my hotel room. I've got to be out of here in less than an hour. So I just want to quickly add my thoughts to last night's Eurovision London pre-party. Now, I didn't go to the concert, but I was down there during the day meeting the artists and such. So yeah, overall it was a really good day. Met a lot of lovely people, met some of the artists, they were great too. So this is just my few thoughts on the actual performances of the entries. Anything else that was performed, I'll listen to on the way home, or at least when I get back home, and I'll write my thoughts in the comments section. I'm not sure who kicked off first last night and who went last, but I watched the uploads courtesy of Wee Wee Blogs. So yeah, I'm going to go from what I saw. So Spain kicked it all off, and to be honest, it doesn't matter where Mickey's performing, he can get a crowd going like goodness knows what. It's so full of energy. The crowd absolutely love him. It's totally a crowd pleaser. I mean, he was performing by the Eurovision bus in the middle of Leicester Square, and it was absolutely incredible. We all got involved in a group performance, so that was quite entertaining to be involved with. But yeah, absolutely incredible. Really hope this is going to go down well in Tel Aviv, but great start. Belgium, Elliot is such a lovely lad, absolutely brilliant, and I'm glad, based on his performance last night, he's improved so much. The nerves aren't there as much now, and I think he felt a lot more comfortable being in London than he did in Amsterdam. But I think with more improved performances, I think he'll definitely be fine by the time rehearsals and then the shows come along. So yeah, great from that. Czech Republic. I was talking to Albert yesterday. Lovely lad he is. Well, lad, he's older than me. Guy, whatever you want to call it. He's a lovely guy. So yeah, can't say too many negative things about him. No, there's no negative things at all. Yeah, it's another crowd pleaser. The crowd were so involved with it, and love how he sang all the parts to it. That was something. It's a total jam, literally. It's a proper jam. So yeah, it's grown on me so much. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, because I know they're performing in Madrid. So by the time Tel Aviv rolls around, I'm really going to be rooting for this one, even though I can't vote. Damn it. Ireland, Sarah, she can perform as well. I saw her up in Leicester Square performing, and she was great. She was clearly great on the night as well. Another solid performance. Again, and I'm still not sure whether Ireland are going to qualify, but it's not bad, and you know, I've got no worries about it. Again, another one who gets involved with the crowd. She's definitely a people person. Absolutely, you know, I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but she seems great as well. Now Latvia, it's the first time I've seen them perform outside of Supernova. I think performing in London, the venue just made sense. It seemed a lot more intimate, and I think that's great for the song it is. So I think that worked a lot, and I'm hoping, as I mentioned when I did their reaction video to their song, I'm hoping that they use the staging that they had in Supernova in Tel Aviv, because I think that was incredibly effective. It's just a very simple song, and it's sort of very easy listening, and it may not be the biggest crowd pleaser, but it's still really, really good. No worries in terms of vocals though. And with that, also Estonia. I haven't seen Victor perform outside of Istiklal, and he's definitely improved since then. The vocals don't sound as weak as they did, and that's definitely a good sign. So yeah, even with the bopping around and that, he managed to nail it. So needs a tad more improvement, I think, but we're definitely on the right path with that. I think it's still quite underrated in the fandom as well, the song. I think it's one that the public might go for, maybe not so much as the juries, but it's definitely accessible. So, who knows? Albania, Janita slays every single time she performs. I've not seen one bad performance from her, and I think that that this is going to go down incredibly well. I really, really do hope that Albania qualify, and they might just surprise as well. Might be like last year, like just come out of nowhere. I'm still surprised that she's actually really, really low in the odds. Like, come on, she's a vocal powerhouse. And then she's literally got one of the best vocals there this year, and no one can deny that. So, I can't fault her. And then I quickly move on to Sweden. Again, I hadn't seen John perform outside of Melodifestivalen, and he's clearly a performer. He can work the crowd incredibly well. Great vocalist. So yeah, I can understand why people like it for that. And the song as well, it's very easily listening. It's I wouldn't say it's incredibly accessible, but it's not niche either. Juries are definitely going to go for this. I think a few friends and I were saying yesterday how he could very well win the jury vote. We wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. It's definitely a thing worth thinking about. Televoters, I think he'll do pretty respectable. I don't think it'll be incredibly high, but I don't think it'll be as low as last year, which was unfortunate, of course, but he just entrances you, and I think that's definitely something that is going to work in their favour. Because, to be honest, it's not the greatest song. No, I'm not going to deny that. But he can make a song that's quite average, to be honest. He can make it into something that looks great. And with that, I look at Denmark. It seems that Lenore is only wearing one outfit during these performances, and I presume that's the one she's going to be wearing also in Tel Aviv, as what she also wore back in Dance Melody Grand Prix. I did say during her Amsterdam performance that I was hoping that I'd see a full live version at London, and we're still waiting. And it's good that she's getting the crowd involved and everything, but I just wanted to see her perform the whole thing. Like, the crowd can still get involved in everything, but so much of the song is being performed by the crowd, and I was just kind of like, I want to see you do the whole whack. But that's just a little thing for me. And with that comes the current favourite to win, Netherlands. Again, stunning, absolutely stunning, and I really, really wanted to see that live, and I didn't. And I really wanted a chance to talk to him as well, but it was like really, really busy. But I got in a group photo, so with him, so that was great. Yeah, there's absolutely no words. It's just absolutely exquisite. You can tell why he's the fave to win. The crowd really does connect with the song, and I could hear people shushing other people, going, "Shut up! I want to listen to this," and rightfully so. So yeah, sorry I'm talking a little bit quiet, and that it's just that I don't want to disturb other people. For the sake of them. At home I can do what I like, but um, obviously being Easter holidays I would not have a chance to record this at home, so with everyone being off, so I have to do it here. So other than that, turning to the other big favourite, Italy. So glad I got Mahmood was performing, and again another one I really really wanted to see live. Um, Mahmood is, yeah, he's got presence big time. Again, can work a crowd really well. Even with the shortened down version now, it works incredibly well, and I'm glad they only took 2 lines out. Um, because I was really, really worried about them chopping it a bit like what they've done in the past. So, still incredibly impactful. Can perform this incredibly well, and to be honest, if the Netherlands do not win come next month, I really hope Italy nails it instead. If they snatched it off the Netherlands, I would totally be fine with that, because they've been wanting to win for a long time, and they clearly deserve it. So yeah, it could very well win, and I'm not saying that it's only the Netherlands has got a chance, because that's a total lie. They could very well snatch it, and I will totally be chill with that. And then moving on to another person who has not performed in a pre-party yet, and that is France. And Bilal has improved so much since Destination Eurovision, and I am totally for it. They've lowered the key as well, and I think that actually kind of works. Not just for Bilal in terms of vocal abilities and stuff, but in terms of the song itself. It's a lot more emotional now rather than just so anthemic, and I think that's a better way of doing it. So yeah, I'm glad that it's improved. I'm hoping he continues to improve, and who knows what will happen come May. And Finland. I was going to say, what's it with a tiny ass staging? I was wondering how this one was going to work. So Sebastian, yeah, sounds much better compared to last week. Maybe it was down to the venues, the sound mixing or something, but I could hear him this time round. And that was the one thing I was really concerned with all the way through. There's definitely vocal improvements there now, from what I can see, and that's great. And I'm hoping he continues to improve by the time Tel Aviv rolls around. And I loved how Darude and that, what's it, because he obviously can have his his DJ box. Love how he was writing things on his iPad and then just holding it up to the crowd. I'm not sure what they said, but yeah, that was great too. Poland. This is the only one I was a little bit interested with, because overnight there's been discussions on how their performance was actually playback and not live, and I'm not sure what to think about that one, because when I listened to it I thought, well, I don't know, is it playback, is it live, because they sound exactly the same live as well. So I'll leave it for you guys to be the judge of that. If they did perform via playback, I always wonder why. But if they didn't, then that just shows you how great they are live. So that's that. And then moving on quickly to the UK, so Homeboy Michael. I know he was sick over the weekend. He posted on his Instagram, I think it was Friday, that he wasn't well. But even then, performing in that, he's just, again, another vocal powerhouse. Absolutely incredible. And he still delivered, and I really, really do hope that we do pretty well come next month. And it was nice to see how the crowd actually backs him. Because, as UK Euro fans, it's kind of our job, despite what the song is. So yeah, definitely pleased with his performance. So yeah, moving on to Austria. Again, I'm really, really sad because it was so hard to hear Panda live, and I don't know we actually record the footage, but I presume it's at the back and maybe the bar's nearby there or something, but I could hear so many people talking. I was just thinking, please shut up. So yeah, she sounds a lot better. She sounds better in this performance than she did last week, so again, some more improvements. The fragility in her voice really adds to the song, and I think that actually works really well. And I think with a great staging, who knows what could happen. But yeah, it's an incredibly underrated song. I've got to say that. And then moving on to Lithuania, and Yuri has such an impressive vocal range. I liked it right at the end, and that when he went even higher. His head voice is great. His falsetto is absolutely amazing, and he went up a notch right at the end, and that really took me by surprise. I'm thinking, okay, wow, he's good. So yeah, that was absolutely wonderful as well. No faults from me. And then moving on to Norway. Again, I know Tom mentioned that he was ill. With the way the weather is, I can understand as well, because it's absolutely freezing yesterday. And I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I've got a bit of a sore throat myself, and I've had it over the weekend, well, since I got into London. And I wouldn't be surprised if I end up with a cold as well come a few days. But I'm still shivering to death. It was absolutely genuinely freezing yesterday. Regardless, back to Norway. So yeah, I know he was ill, and even despite that, they all sounded great. Definitely another crowd pleaser, one the televoters are more likely to go for than the juries. So yeah, I know they performed a little mini gig in a park. Was it in the park nearby the venue? I didn't go and watch it because I was too busy trying to meet all the other artists, but my friends, a couple of my friends who went, they said they were really good, so it was nice to hear that as well. I know they performed covers, so Only Teardrops was one of them, Arcade was another. I'm not sure what else they did, but that was pretty good. So yeah, I heard it went down really well. And a nice introduction from Sasha there. Go on, mate. And a nice introduction on Bilal's performance from Zoe. It's nice when you actually know them. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna round this one off because I've got about half an hour before I need to get the heck out of here, and as you can see, I'm not entirely finished packing, so just got the last few items to put in. So I just want to say it was nice to see everybody down there. Those who I did meet who are watching this, you're absolutely amazing. Continue to be amazing. I love you all. Also, feel free to post comments and on the performances, what you think, who was good, who do you think could have been better, who you're rooting for. And it's been a really, really great weekend. Kind of sad to go back home now, but back to my normal world. So yeah, gonna round this one off. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you back at home.